Sit down. You have undertaken to come for a special situation. Normally, life is a balance. Life is a balance between emotion and feelings. Life is a balance in between fantasy and reality. And life is a balance in your projection and other people's receptivity. We normally lose balance. We want our way. So, to escape from reality and to escape from our potential projection, we decide when we are young and hard-blooded to have extra experience. That's where drugs came a very important role. So drugs came important role at a young time, and that was enough to mess you up. And when after drugs you grew up a little bit, and the handicap which you fell out of balance because you took high elevating drugs, you hallucinated yourself to any extent, whether you were very polite or you were very harsh, it doesn't make any difference. Damage is damage. Anything which is stretched out, when it is growing, it cannot reverse back to its normal. That's the law. I don't care what the people who take drugs talk about it. These are the facts. A person grows up to 27 years in his faculties, and before 27 years, any drug which hallucinates you or puts you into a fancy world, you will never come back to your original. That's a law of nature. It's not a yoga law. After 27, you may feel yourself very extremely great and wonderful, and the stupidity is, then you think you can put extra energy in you, and it can be alcohol or it can be anything, and it can be herbs, it can God knows what. Poor rhino can give you a sexual this, that. I don't know who tells you what. But stupid is the man who feels that any stimulation outside shall not be paid back by a balanced body, and body will reverse to its balance and shall go and touch that depression. To extent that you are getting and you are suffering almost is called white depression. White depression is a slow, steady depression through which you cannot act right. That's why we have average divorce, bad relationship. It's not that we don't love each other. That's not true. Please misunderstand not. But you cannot maintain that status of love and progression of love. Love is fine. To fall in love is okay, love somebody is okay. But there need a progression, projection of love. You can't maintain that. You can't. Doesn't matter who you are. And it doesn't matter what you say. You can't, because your mind does not have the progression capacity developed in itself. So, once in a while we turn to meditations. We do yoga, we eat right food, we try to improve ourselves, we try to become religious. You know, it doesn't work. Can't work. Because you are not willing to admit the fundamental handicap which you have caused to yourself. You don't have anybody as your enemy, you have your own enemy. So technically speaking, when you live a situation like as things are, and you create a situation as it is, you must understand something more fundamental than anything. Sometimes you go to a height, or you go to an ocean, or you go to certain places. You know you go out of balance. Your balance of the brain hemisphere is not controlled by you or by your ego or by PhDs or your degree or your work. It's controlled by the inner ear. An inner ear, when has a capacitated damage to the bone, either on the left or right, you are damaged forever. And slight 1/100th millionth of a millimeter, 1/100th million of a millimeter, if that is imbalance between two side bones, the hammer bone creates it, you are done, you are cooked. That's your capacity. Total big machos, I am this, I am that, you are good for nothing, you can't even think right. And you will go through a very heavy meditative depression to just survive. Body has a nature. Body wants to live. It's the most wonderful body ever. God could not made anything better than that. Please understand it. If he could have, he would have. God is not stupid. He wants to be the best. But damage, we do it. And we don't understand it. We think, oh, just one puff. I know one girl. She said, I just had one puff. I said, well, have it. And our president said he didn't inhale. Doesn't matter. You know, it's not, I am not sitting here the legal authority. I am sitting how you rape your spinal cord. Any stimulation, acceleration, direct or indirect, to a human body put out of balance, not a menstruation or a food cycle or sleep cycle, it takes away you out of the rhythm of the spinal fluid. Medical science in next 500 years will start understanding the spinal fluid decide the genetic cure or not cure. A person can be young and old as that is. It was known for years and it's got forgotten. They never used to do anything. They used to tap the spinal fluid, and from that they will understand, mixing with certain herbs, what comes out of it. And the only diagnosis man ever did for a disease which is called doctor was the saliva. Pull your tongue out and put your spit out on a paper. That's all they did. And there was no papers those days. They used to use leaf of a banana. That was considered a way out. Technically speaking, human body has its own resources to recover, to recuperate. But one where it fails, when it comes to structural defect. And those who feel those ecstasies and things and high rock and roll and all that, they must be enjoying it. I understand that. But they cannot come back to, you need a high-strung music. Fine with me, I have nothing to worry about it. But where you are going? Few hours you can dance naked and you can jump around and you can do whatever you like and you can do all that stuff. It's just like a friend of mine used to be, he used to enjoy food. So he will order gourmet food. 36 courses, whole thing. And he'll eat very little, precisely. You will never see him for 4 days. You can see him in a hospital. That very night he will start vomiting, body will start reacting, he'll go nuts. He'll recover in 3-4 months, again the same thing. I had to eat one day, he said. I said, do one thing, go to hospital first, don't embarrass us, we are your friends. Go to hospital first, eat. So you go in the room and doctor is in 10 minutes there, vomits you out, that's the only way you can do. Because food reacts. You are only authorized to eat one little food and that is cabbage. You digest nothing. Why I am suffering? I say, you do everything, eat rotten, oh dude, now pay for it. Sometimes body and its organs have independent. Medically, you do not understand one thing. You have glandular system. Glands are the guardian of health. They secrete. They make the chemistry of the blood. That blood, if the capillaries are open, goes back to your all organs and keeps you healthy. And when you are bleeding, somebody said, you can't keep on eating vitamins and you will be safe. So these two classes I decided to teach to give you a balance. You don't have to do anything. Simply, you have to look at the tip of your nose and breathe as long and as slow you can. It's a matter of cooperation. If you don't, you have already paid and I'm not getting a penny out of it and I'll lose nothing. You will miss an opportunity. That was the purpose of staying here, to give you two classes, one today, another tomorrow. Is that understood? Well, you don't learn with me from last 27 years to speak from the navel point. How you speak? Let me say, yes sir, yes sir, yes, what is this? Yes sir. What are you? What are you? What do you think you are? You do not know how to say, yes sir, we should go to the head and heart at the same time? Put your hand on your navel point. Learn how to speak. And press and say, yes sir.
Yes, sir.
You know it. You know it. Never speak which does not penetrate the other person's psyche. Never tell this talk doesn't mean anything. Nobody knows who you are, what you're saying, and half people understand. If the balance of the central bone of the inner ear is not rhythmic, whatever you say is not communicated, period. You must learn from the navel and with the lips. You don't know that. You know that? You don't know that. It's my special subject. I'm PhD in psychology of communication. I am always at your service. Speak that way. I am always at your service. See how good you feel and how somebody hears feels. Majority of the time, 80% you speak, other person doesn't understand. 80%. Somebody was telling his wife, whole night he loves her. He made love to her. He did every damn thing which is on the earth. Next morning she said, may I ask you one thing? He said, what? He said, what were you saying last night? The man wanted to commit suicide. He called me. He said, this happened. I said, well, you were giving her a lunch talk. What should I do now? He said, she's going to ask that question again in an hour or so. He said, yes. Just tell her, oh, I with all my life love you. He said, I will look nuts. He was chief executive officer of a great company. I said, you don't want a divorce? Do it. If you want a divorce, you have it. So when an hour, she said, John, I really want to know what you were doing last night. I didn't heard of one thing. So he did that, what he was told to do. Oh, she said, oh, my God, first time. He said, yeah, first time. She understood, because he didn't know how to speak from navel, so he just yelled at her in a way, and that woman has never heard him speaking, even which is, this is how he speaks, John. Should I tell you John speaks? Yeah, I understand. Things are always, I think what I'm telling you is good. His all executives used to pray, God give him a voice to speak, because they have to do. What do you think? Some people have one problem. The problem is not who you are, what you are, why you are what you are. Problem is how you speak or how you talk or how you communicate. Tonight is the gong night. Time is not the priority here. That's why I came late. And tomorrow I may not even appear. Doesn't matter. So, technically speaking, we are going to experiment today. What we are going to do tonight, there's already a situation, we have already figured it all out, and we'll give you a essence. We'll change the rhythm and biorhythm of the sound, and we put certain pressures as we choose to see how you respond through your aura. Because you can lie, your aura can't. And we can totally read it correctly. How much is the depth in which we are. In 2 days, to take away the damage of centuries is impossible. But sometime, that's why we are called professionally expert. That's why we are teachers. We have that moral duty and ethical capacity of a social structure that through our experience and knowledge, we can give people a new start. And that's the night tonight. I hope you will cooperate. Whatever you are and whatever your karma is not my discussion. And what are your sensual, sexual and personal habits are, that's not my asking. All I'm asking, look at the tip of your nose and breathe as slowly, as deeply and as long as you can. Please be in the posture. Highest pitch. Now, open your eyes. I just want to tell you vitality. That was pre-recorded. It played. You believed it. Now we are giving you original. You understand what I mean? I want to tell you what is the difference between a preacher and a teacher. This gong is done by me. It's recorded also correctly. But the difference you will see. In position, please. Now put your both hands like a cup on your ears, like a cup. You never understood why God made this. God knew it. I sat with him face to face. I said, why you made my hand and there's a little cup here. He said, in life, the test and trial is a tragedy. Without balance, you can't make it. When you want to renew yourself, use this technique which I am giving you tonight. Put your both hands like a cup. Go. Please relax. It's an intermission. We'll start again. You must try to understand why we are doing what we are doing. Whatever the base, the central hammer bone has created between your left and right bone side, which are being picked up like a hair-like situation, to transliterate the message in which you understand in your brain, is ready to act. So you have a set balance there. We are creating a sound current. We are creating a sound current to change the hammer and its movement. And it has been done in such a classical way that you can find a balance. So sound created by the internal hammer should be picked up by those hair-like skinny nerves to transliterate exactly and loud enough that you can understand the subject. If you don't understand the subject, you can never receive the object. That's where your love life fails. Because in the affairs of love, you do not talk projectively. You do not talk projectively. You talk objectively. You are just the worst beggars of life. You want to impress. You want to win. You want to be nice. You want to be sweet. Isn't that all true? Damn it, that's your mistake. You want to penetrate, you want to send a message, you want to reconfirm, reassure, and you want to assert. And your message must go in. It should not float. And that's the mistake every body who's not trained and understanding with the understanding of life fails to achieve. There's nothing wrong in our life that if I love somebody I cannot continue loving. That's not true. If I have a relationship I cannot keep that relationship. That's not true. It's not that my aggressiveness is not my aggressiveness. True. It's not that I want to give a message, it will not go. It is not true that it will not change a person absolutely 100%. That's not either true. The power of the conscious soul is so much that it can make God to ascend and descend as it needs to be. Human doesn't have a less power. Don't misunderstand me. Human is made in the image of God. Its power as a God's own has the power over God as its total. That's the law. So you don't have to put your head down and legs up and burn fire and do all that kind of stuff to reach God. God is inside the heart. Here is all God which you see outside is in you. You do not know how to communicate. You do not know how to live with it. You do not understand. And you are not willing to pay the price of God inside. You want it from outside. Bar tunde ta param pulai. You search it outside God, you are just in doubt, and you lose the bout of life. You are not born to lose. You talk of prosperity. Somebody is rich, somebody is poor. You want money, okay? In every business, 100% you must understand, whosoever concentrate gets it. He may not enjoy it, but he gets it. You can get anything you want. You may not maintain it. That's a separate issue. Everybody has a lover, everybody is a beloved, everybody is this, everybody is that. But you may not be you. So you change your personality by altitude and attitude. You change your timing by longitude and latitude. You are not forever. If you are not forever, you cannot be trusted. You want to be trusted. That's your need. You want to be trusted. Are you willing to trust somebody? No. You want to be trusted. I want to be trusted. I want to be loved. I want to have a reverence. Am I willing to trust and have reverence? I wrote a very beautiful letter. I will never forget that letter. He said, he's an attorney. He came to our teacher's course, and on the very first introduction I said, you are a coward, and you're a coward of the highest degree, and you're a liar too. You lie to yourself by profession, you're an attorney, it's ridiculous. So he wrote. He said, I know public relation is not your way, teacher. I know you had to hit me hard, but you said something which has gone to my heart. Because I don't want to waste time with him 2 hours to tell him this and that. I'm not standing in the court of a law case. He came to me to know what's wrong. Wrong is very simple. We are all cowards. We are all liars. We do not stand on what we believe and what we want, and we do not project correctly. And when a projection is not correct, it doesn't create impact. And therefore nobody trusts us. And this is how it is. At time of Patanjali, it's not today, at time of Patanjali, which is thousands of years ago, he gave Vaheguru mantra, the mantra of G-O-D, God. He gave us a sound content. First, people do not know what a mantra is, a mental projective bounded return in which you project and it bounce back the energy. Mantra is not a religious practice. Mantra doesn't belong to a religion. La ilaha doesn't belong to Islam. They picked it up. Donkey belongs to that who rides it. There's nothing to it. Hallelujah doesn't belong to Christian. Yahuwah doesn't belong to Jews. Rama doesn't belong to Hindus. Not that there was a one God. This all pictorial nonsense. Mantra is a sound current of projection through which the psyche of the universe is sucked back. You must understand that. When somebody calls us on telephone, we say Satnam. That confirms the identity right there, and then we don't have to say anything. You say somebody, hello, hello, and then speak for 2 hours. Person won't believe you. Ask it. Tape it yourself. Listen to it. You won't believe it. Mantra is not this religion and reality and all this whole nonsense is made to keep man going. It's not keep man achieving. Satnam is sa-a, ta-a, na-a, ma. These are 5 sounds. There are 5 tattvas through which we are made. Ether, earth, air, water, fire. Some sound control and reverse back. What is the control? What is the reverse back? I say, hey, come here. Reverse back is the person should come here. Reverse back is name. The person should call back and say, hey, come here. Nobody does that. Or I say, hey, come here. The person says, no, I can't come. Either there will be obedience or there will be rejection. That's how this universe is. So when you put mantra out, if energy doesn't come, you are done, finished. That's why your prayers are not answered, because you do not know projection of the prayer. How you pray? God is over 7th sky, or He's in San Diego, somewhere. And you are praying to Him or to her, whatever the case is. If you are Buddhist or Chinese, then the Konyan and this and all this. Actually, prayer is always to the rhythmic beat of the heart. That's prayer. Any prayer outside is a waste of time and misleading religious practice. Prayer is not done to somebody. Prayer does not work. That's why mostly your prayers don't work. Not your fault. You have never been told how to pray. Now please lock your hands and put it at your navel point. For God's sake, do it correctly. And push it in. Doesn't matter how your belly is full, but you got to do it. Pull it tight. Lock it. These 2 sides must be locked and the navel point must be locked. The chest will come out, chin in. Put that Hamiham Brahmam. And just recite the sound. Don't do a thing. You have nothing to do. And with your 2 hands, Mr. Gold Jim, pull your navel in. That's all you have to do. For your sake. I just want you to have an experience. I'm not trying to tell you what I'm saying is right or wrong. I am giving you open judgment. Pull it tight. And if Sri Ved comes through, we'll have that tape. Watch out. Tip of the tongue, use it only. four-stroke navel prayer. It's a prayer of the third chakra. Pull the navel and the hands. Hold. I'm wasting my time. Look at this. Hey, that doesn't work. This is how it is. Hummy, hum, brum, hum, hum. This is how you create a sound, not with your booty, not with your this face. You don't understand anything. What should I do? Give you rebirth and then retrain you and wait for that? I'm not going to come back again to teach. Man, I had already trouble. Yeah. It is hummy, hum, brum, hum. Pull it so hard like a hammer. You have hands, don't you? And you have your third chakra, right? Create sound from there. All right, come on. Yeah, now you are doing it. From the navel! Pull! Now louder! That's it. Relax. I just want to show you with the gong, as you strike the gong, it sends the waves. How you throw a stone into the water, it sends the waves. Exactly this is what you do. And this is navel point. This is your original pure energy center. You lived with it, grew with it, and it was when you didn't have a breath of life. It still holds that status. So, you want to be young. Yeah? You want energy packet. Even somebody give you for $1,000, you'll buy it. You are stretching yourself too much, wasting your money. It's just like old snake oil thing. Doesn't work. Make sure both hands a full cup. Put at your navel point, and with this mantra, create the sound right from you. Hum, hum, brum, hum, 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 brum. Entire nervous system will glare up, flare up, glow. You will achieve what you have come here to achieve for. You have to work. I don't have to work. But once you work and experience it, then you will trust it. Then you will enjoy it. Then you will do it. Because then you want to be young, powerful, alert, smart, and excellent. There's a different beauty which you don't have. You have beauty of this and that, all that nonsense. There's a beauty of your presence. There's a beauty of your radiation. You radiate. And that radiation of your psyche reaches and communicates who you are. There are some faces you look at them, you say, wow. There are some people you say, whoa, wow, and whoo, same thing. You think by lying and talking and doing things you can make it? You can't. You only lie when you cannot face. You only lie when you don't have grace. What happens? You lose the race. You have to lie person once. Once only. You will pay off for it the rest of the life. The person will never ever trust you. You say, yeah, I understand. Now you have become an angel and you can show the wings. See? I have wings. Person says, is the glued? You do not know price you pay for lying to another person. You do not know price you pay for stimulating other person. You do not know price you pay of misleading another person. You pay the most heavy price. In the universe of that person, you do not exist ever to be trusted. Person may not say it. Some people will not let you know about it. I was talking a few days to somebody, and somebody said, am I a good student? I said, no, you should have left 2 years ago. You are hanging in there for nothing. He said, why you said, Yogi ji, always when I see you, when you are leaving? I said, that's the ultimate end. You are a dead wood. Neither you are growing, nor you are dying. You better leave. I'm not leaving. I said, I'm not saying, don't leave. Hang in there. Because when a person stops progressing and projection becomes negative and identity of personality come before generality and totality of the universe, person is dead. Finished. Doesn't make sense. Then you take shelter behind, it's religion, it is this, it is God, it's money, it is power, forget it. All that doesn't matter. If you cannot open somebody's heart and somebody cannot touch your heart, game is over, folks. There's no religion, there's no God, it's a matter of heart. The art is to speak from heart, not from head. When you speak from head, you are dead. Is that clear? You think you are very clever and you spin it all here and it doesn't matter. You have to speak from your head once. You will never be in a position to reach the heart of another person forever. You're willing to take risks? Go ahead. Have fun. Your games will be not your name. And your games will bring you shame in the eyes of the one who saw you playing it. So understand life as a reality in every moment of it. Now, make the cups of yours. And you have to pull the navel now by your own force. And you will chant as we are playing. Ready? Go. And listen to it too. Pull the navel. Inhale, relax. I think it's enough for the day. Rest will take care of it tomorrow. It's not good to become saints overnight. It's always better to go slowly and gradually. Because path of infinity is a path of life. Life never dies. You should be sitting here, I'm just talking. Your vendetta does not keep your head together. Hurry up. Sing! What, my watch did something wrong? You hit it. That was my agreement. The moment I say last words, you start singing.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
As a special treat tonight, I'll ask Krishna to sing, "You are my love, O Lord." And luckily she unfortunately attended the class. Be here. Pardon? Pardon what? Pardon who? Look at her. Oh. Put the shawls around the holy. That is it. This is the words of Nanak translated in English, being sung by Krishna. And I love them. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. You are my lover, Lord. Yes, you are my lover, Lord. You are my lover, Lord. And you are my only friend. You are my mother and my father, and you are my sister and my brother. You are always right beside me, to teach me and to guide me. You never leave me alone, no matter where I may roam. You don't care if I am right or wrong, for to you, Lord, I belong. You are my lover, Lord. Yes, you are my lover, Lord. You are my lover, Lord, and you are my only friend. You are my mother and my father, and you are my sister and my brother. You are always right beside me, to teach me and to guide me. You never leave me alone, no matter where I may roam. You don't care if I am right or wrong, for to you, Lord, I belong. For to you, Lord, I belong. For to you, Lord, I belong.
These were words by Siri Singh Saab at summer solstice. Gotta get up, rise up, take a cold, cold shower. You gotta get up, rise up, take a cold, cold shower. You gotta gotta get up, rise up, take a cold, cold shower, and your life will never go sour. Rise up, sweet family dear, time of the Lord, and remembering His love is here. Love is all you'll say if you'll awake and rise up right away. Hey, hey, if you'll awake, rise up right away. You gotta get up, rise up, sing, take a cold, cold shower. Everyone, you gotta get up, rise up, take a cold, cold shower. You gotta get up, rise up, take a cold, cold shower, and your life will never go sour.
I understand you are not coming on my birthday and singing. Is that true?
No, sir.
No, sir.
He's coming. You are singing with him? I didn't tell you.
No, Claudia, sir.
Who?
Claudia. Stand up, Claudia.
Oh, we are changing personalities?
But she's the singer.
Huh?
She's the singer that Sir Guardian.
Where is she? Sing now here. Test it out. Talent is talent.
Claudia? Yeah, you can do it though.
Come on, spontaneous singer. That's better than any person.
Sing one that you wrote.
Sing anything. Well, the rose was red and I was blue.
I don't know what to sing.
Sing Soulmate.
Who's gonna accompany me? Okay.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, close your eyes.
Baby sad eyes, I guess.
You'll listen to a bird.
The song is called Baby Sad Eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. Look at this child, golden brown hair, colors may change, hurt's always there. No mommy tonight, one room for 6 kids, no breakfast at 8. Should life be like this? For the greatest gift known to man, a child's pure soul. as we count our money, drive our cars, and waging wars. There's a child tonight who needs your love, who would die for embrace. These are the children of our future, of our human race. Baby, sad eyes keep calling our hearts till our conscience raises and we realize that the only way that we'll survive this crazy world is to love our babies. Baby, sad eyes. How can it be? Child of 3, desperate and scared, not careless and free. Love is a word he's read or she's heard, still yearning to feel that it can be real. I can count the child's years on one hand, I need 2 more for all the scars. You see, you brought a life into this world, you think it's yours to take away. Their only crime is to be innocent, to be the brunt of your abuse. These are the children of our future, they are not to be used. Baby, sad eyes keep calling our hearts till our conscience raises and we realize that the only way that we'll survive this crazy world is to love our babies. Baby, sad eyes. Have you seen a baby ever hit a man? Gentle little babies, they don't understand who will live tomorrow in a trusting hands. Ooh, love is for the learning, this is our command. Baby, sad eyes keep calling our hearts till our conscience raises and we realize that the only way that we will survive is to love our babies, keep them alive.
Good night. Thank you. We'll see you. Oh, you were pretty good. They didn't cry. It's God's grace.